Hello everyone, DJ's Aviation here, welcome back to another video of mine. Today we're going to be discussing Delta's interest in the Boeing 797. It seems ever since Boeing began dropping hints regarding the Boeing 797's imminent announcements and or plans to work with it, we've had more airlines inform the world of their interest. Our news today comes from quite the firm source, the CEO of Delta Airlines, Ed Bastian. Now, Delta want to be the launch customer of this Boeing 797 as well. He said in an interview that you're going to see us participate in Boeing's middle-of-the-market campaign. He also continued on to say, I hope we're going to be the launch customer on that program as well. Seeming there are no new real middle-of-the-market aircrafts that Boeing offer, minus let's say the 737 MAX 10 and possible 787-8 that still don't fit the perfect middle of the market. This ultimately is in regards to the Boeing 797. Now, a Delta spokesman also went on to say that the proposed jet by Boeing is an interesting concept. As we know, the 797 is pitched at being a replacement for the Boeing 757 and Boeing 767, both of which Delta operate. And while the 797 isn't set in stone, analysts have pretty much confirmed it. Even more interesting is the fact Boeing have been reported to be in discussions with over 50 potential customers for this new middle-of-the-market aircraft set to be launched by the mid-2020s with airlines. While Delta ordered the A321neos, it's been made clear by many that they still need Boeing and Airbus aircraft, with each aircraft manufacturer benefiting the airline differently. I'll touch on why they are both needed in a short time. So what actually has sparked Delta's enthusiasm for this aircraft? Well, the biggest factor I'd say is how they are the largest operator of both the 767 and 757, and with the new Boeing 797 being pitched in that particular market, it only seems fair. Also, I briefly touched on Delta's order for the A321neos. Yes, they can replace the 757s that were used on domestic routes, and if the airline opted for the new A321LRs, they could also be placed on those transatlantic flights. But a huge problem with the A321LR that would impact an airline like Delta is the auxiliary fuel tanks on the LR, which take up massive amounts of space. This space is needed if an airline plans on operating international flights, hence making the 797, which would have that added cargo space, another choice for the airline. You could argue Delta's order for the A330-900neo to replace the 767 was a good one, but it's by no means 100% perfect. The A330neos carry around 40% more seats than Delta's 767-300ERs, which can be a problem. Nevertheless, the airline still ordered them. Now, what makes even more sense in the interest of this aircraft is the current life cycles of particular aircrafts. I'm well aware not all aircraft live this long, but a typical cycle for an aeroplane can be around 25 to 30 years. The last of Delta's 757s and 767s will in fact need replacing by then, and with an entry to service for the Boeing 797 penciled in for around 2025, this is really the perfect time, further showcasing why Delta as an airline are so interested on helping Boeing develop the aircraft as well. And honestly, to conclude, this is why the introduction to service is penciled in at such a fantastic time. It's when airlines like Delta won't have that luxury of simply waiting for multiple new aircraft to come out and analyze them specifically before making their choice. This is why you can say the 777X maybe didn't get as many orders in the first few years of its launch, purely because it was launched when airlines were still using the current 777s and didn't need a replacement straight away. However, it's not to say airlines might not still order an aircraft like this in 2 years, and then they might just opt for a delivery in the early to late 2020s when they need that aircraft to replace their current 777s. So this has been another video on the 797s. I do hope you enjoyed it. There really is a lot of news, and I'll keep you all up to date on that as we get more and more coming through. I'd like to thank you all very much for your support. I do hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.